Hey guys, Epic Wars Tcg. Today I'm be showing you a new little series I'm starting called the Deck series. This will just give you a bunch of cool decks that you guys can build if you ever want to buy my game, or if you just want to see some good solid decks. So these decks I've play tested many times. This one's I've actually play tested at least 20 times. It's actually a pretty good deck called the Thunder Squid deck because it's Thunder Squid. It's probably the best card in the deck. But this deck has cards from set 1, set 3, and set 4. I think it might have a card from set 2, but if you guys are going to buy my game, you'll probably have to wait until sets 3 and 4 are out to build this deck. But the cards that are from set 3 and set 4 are pretty replaceable with set 2 cards. Like, I think the only card that I don't have that should be in this deck is Mountain Range, because it's probably one of the best cards in the game. But yeah, that's for another video. This doesn't have any archetypes, it's just a really solid competitive deck. I took this to a tournament I did, and I did pretty well. So I went 2 wins and 1 loss, so that was pretty good. But yeah, you get 2 copies of Thunder Squid, because this is like the main hitter of the deck. Its ability says, after this creature kills another creature, permanently put its attack at 2. And you could also just add Magic Brush to this deck. It basically says, attached creature no longer has an ability, and that would just make this card a really solid card. But other than that, it's a pretty good card for only 8 points. This is a 315 point card deck. So yeah, it's on the limit. Then you get 2 copies of Forgotten Giant, one of the most solid, or probably the most solid card in the game. And just 3 attack, 4 defense, 2 HP, just really good stats for only 9 points. Doesn't have an ability, but just really solid card. Then you get a tiny little combo. It's not too much of a combo, but you got Ancient Tonfish and Ballistic Crew. And sorry for the bad artworks. These cards were from set 1, but it's fine. This card adds +2 defense to one of your cards, and this card adds +1 or +2 attack. So let's say you have Forgotten Giant. You could play these 2 cards next to him. This guy gains 2 attack, and he also gains 2 defense. So they could be a pretty cool combo. It's optional. War Phoenix. You get 2 copies of this card just because it's only 6 points and it's a pretty good card. This creature also hits on 3 pluses when attacking, so if you didn't know in my game, 4, 5s, and 6s are hits on the dice, 1s and 2s are missed, 3 is nothing, but in this case, it's a hit. And he can fly, so he gains +1 attack against any non-flying cards. So, pretty good, solid card. Next, you get 2 copies of Revive, just pretty good staple card. Just brings back one of your cards back into your hand. It can be creature, terrain, any card in this deck, so you'll probably need 2 of those. Gondo Temple. Now, this is like in every deck I play against. It's one of the best cards. It says it's basically a last defense. So it says if your opponent is attacking directly, this acts as a creature, but don't gain a point for killing it. So that's what like not gaining a point is already really good, but you have to hit it 3 times to kill it. So pretty good last defense card. Then Cannon, just such a good solid staple card. You can only have 1 of them per deck, as I said right there. If you didn't know, you can only have 2 of each common card per deck, unless it says so like that. 1 of each rare, and so on. Yeah, Cannon's pretty good. It just says destroy one of your opponent's cards currently in play. Just solid card. Pretty annoying if you're playing against it. And you got some draw support cards here. Let me pick out all 3 of them. You get 3 whole draw support cards, all of them ranging in point costs. So you got Super Smash. Here, I'll just line them out right here. But yeah, this is your main draw support of your deck. This deck is pretty like draw support heavy, so you need 3 of them. So this one says draw 2 cards. This one says draw 1 card for every 2 cards in your discard pile. You can only draw a max of 3 cards. And card chest says search your deck for 2 cards, and your opponent chooses 1 to put in your hand and 1 to put in your discard pile. So that's the draw support engine. Then you just got some really good staple cards like Warforged Hammer. You can either draw 2 cards, attack with a stunned creature, or add +2 attack for 1 turn. Probably attack with stunned creature or draw 2 cards is the better ability. The Fog, you just kind of need this in every deck if you're dealing with permanent attachment cards. Choose an attachment card and destroy it. Pretty solid. Lost, this is kind of like KO from Chaos Galaxy. Choose a card. That card cannot defend any attacks as long as this card is attached. So very strong. Revolver Pistol. You can attack 2 different cards in 1 turn. Meteor Strike, another card that's in every deck. Pick up to 3 cards on your opponent's side and do -1 HP to each. And it is only 10 points. So if your opponent's got a full front line and you need to make a comeback, play this and you're back in the game. Next is Triple Spear, another solid card. When the attached creature attacks every hit, they roll double it. Let's say they roll 2 hits, it would be 4 hits. And it's only 5 points. As you notice, I'm using all the best cards because I love cards that have good ability and are like pretty low point costs. This one's a little expensive, but it's Conal Mech. It works really well if your opponent and you have a full board state. You could just play this. 4 HP mystery attack, 4 defense. And that mystery attack is however many creatures are in play is this creature's attack. Next is Rock Protector, another solid card. It's in lots of decks. Once per game, look at your opponent's hand and discard an attachment. A few more cards here. If you notice, I like to put a lot of different cards. I don't like to do too many duplicates. But yeah, Cone Mech. I kind of needed, because I was filling up my deck with some pretty expensive cards, so I just needed a cheap, bad card. Zormax, pretty much the cover card for the whole game. 3 HP, 4 attack, 3 defense. Doesn't have an ability, but really good stats. This one my friend made. The Archmage, 2 HP, 4 attack, 4 defense. It's the only ever card that was not made by me. And it's a crazy ability. This card, the card that killed this card also is killed. Pretty annoying to get past that card. Robin Hood, one of my personal favorites. Not the bestly drawn, but it's 2 HP, 4 attack, 2 defense. And when played, kill 1 random card in your opponent's hand. It's kind of like Rock Protector. And then this is Misfortune. Basically, if you don't kill the attached card, you don't gain a point. Or no, if you kill the attached card, you don't get a point. Whisper Spirit, kind of like War Phoenix. And Acid Rain Cloud for a little fun and luck. So it says roll a 1d6 for every card in play. If it's a 6, kill that card. So you would do that to every single card. But yeah, that is the Thunder Squid deck profile. Hope you guys like this, and comment down below if you want me to do more. And bye.